how to delete a window with Mel and Python. So going back to the code where we actually have the window, we could have the one that's visible. I'm using Mel version first. So window, have the height, the title, the visible on. So I don't have to do the show window because I'm making it visible on, and that's the name of the window object. You don't need quotation marks when you're in Mel. So you select it all and press enter on the numeric keypad, and you have that window. Now, again, the problem if you try to create this window again, you're going to get an error because the window, the name already exists right here. So if you want to delete that window, what you could do is use the command delete UI, and then you put in the name of the window. And actually, you could do any type of like widget command this way. So if you do delete UI my window, it will delete it. So you can combine that with if the window exists, which we have up here. Actually, I'll put it down there. So if I copy, delete my window. So if this window exists, to comment out, you could use // in Mel and not the hash like in Python. You'll delete the window so that a window exists. So going up, I'll select my window. That window exists here. So if I then go down, if that window exists, delete that window, and it will delete it in that sense. And then after, you could recreate it. Now, just to do the same thing in Python, go into the Python tab. I'll create the window. Again, it's the Python version, so I just convert using commands, the window command, which is a Mel command. So you importing maya.cmds imports the Mel commands, and then you could use it like this. The difference, you have to pass the window name first instead of last. And it's a string, and you pass these in. So these, I just created that. So if I want to delete it, I can do cmds delete, delete UI. And then I have to pass in the name of the window, which is right here as a string. So now if I select that, it will delete that window. And if we want to do what we did before, where we check if the window exists, so we could create that window again with the visible on. It creates that window. If I scroll down, I have this window if it exists, right? This will go in Python version. It will execute that and then return true or false and put it into the result variable. So I press enter on the numeric keypad, select the result, press enter on the numeric keypad. It means true, that exists. So what I then could say is if result, we could say equals true, but because if you don't put anything, that means that if that equals true. Then I could say delete window. Commands delete UI, and then the name of the window. So if I select that, if it's true, then it will delete it.
Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.